Good morning, everyone. It has been 1 week. This time last Monday, let's see, was probably either under the knife or in recovery, having an interesting experience where the nurse was shouting at me. So, anyway, I've come a long way in 1 week, and I decided I'd like to take a minute to tell myself. I wrote down 10 things that come to mind within this last week. I may end up elaborating as I go along. But the first thing that I may or may not have known about myself, or just maybe hadn't come to terms with recently, because normally I do everything myself, is I prefer to do it myself. And when I can't seem to do it, or the incision pain makes it so I can't quite bend down, or all those other things, and I have to wait for someone or anyone, the frustration is real. I'm not very patient, and I prefer to do it myself. So cherish that if you're able to do things yourself. It's not something to take for granted. And then that leads me into number 2. Don't take for granted the ability to get up and down, and that's out of a chair, onto the toilet, into the car, without pain. Because, I know getting up and down has been a pain in my patookie, or my knees, for quite a while, and very painful to get up. But when you add an incision pain to that too, whew, it's better today, and I'm hoping it stays that way. But so there, that's number 2. And then number 3, words can hurt and words can heal. As a teacher, I've learned that very, very well. There's many different ways that you can let another human being be encouraged or hurt by your words. So I'm not a nurse, I'm a teacher. I just know in recovery I was thrashing around, and I've already put this on the survey, so hopefully it'll get back to them, just to remind them that while I might be thrashing, and I know that's bad, when you're coming out of anesthesia, it's not like you can do or control your body quite as well as they think you can. All I know is I could hear, and I could try to communicate, and I knew I was hurting. So instead of shouting at me, Alicia, stop thrashing, Alicia, stop thrashing, perhaps comforting words and a firm word, maybe just sandwich it. If you have to yell at me, fine, but not fine. Nah, it's not fine. I still think whoever you are, Miss Nurse, you could have maybe just said, it's okay, honey, you're going to be fine. If you stop thrashing, it won't hurt as much. I think I actually would have heard her. I would have heard her, and I would have tried, knowing that it was a loving, loving kindness. So I don't share that to scare anyone. I've never really enjoyed the recovery process. And I'm pretty sure my mom was a nurse in recovery, so I'm sure she would have been much sweeter. But anyway, I know nurses have day-to-day, and it's their everyday, and I'm just another patient. But yet I'm just reminding all nurses out there that every patient, it's probably one of their worst days. So love them anyway. Next one. Never underestimate the joy of a true belly cry. Because when that incision hurts, I think my husband heard for the first time a new kind of cry, because it's called a chest cry, and it's not pretty. It's it's Alicia trying to have a belly cry when it's really a chest cry, and it just sounds horrible. It's like a dead cow or something. So never underestimate the ability to just have a good, old-fashioned, run-of-the-mill belly cry. And laughter is and isn't the best medicine. My husband and I laugh all the time, and I have to say, thankfully in the last few days it's gotten better, but I'm telling you, there are times when he's not even trying to make me laugh, but he's done something that's made me laugh, and I'm laughing. I can't help it. It hurts so bad. So just enjoy laughter, but just know it's not always going to be the best medicine when you're recovering. And then also be willing to accept help. It is humbling, but by golly, when you know you can't do something, what a blessing when someone is willing to do it, and even more when they're willing to do it with joy. And then don't forget to pass it on. Don't be greedy. Find someone else who needs your help and pass it on. Powerade Zero. And I think Gatorade has a zero out there too, but I haven't found it yet. Powerade Zero is my new best friend, because this last week the goal has been just to keep hydrated and keep protein going. And you can't drink a lot at a time, so you have to just keep sipping. But I can tell very quickly when I wake up in the morning if I haven't had a lot of my Powerade, the electrolytes and the thirst quenchers. So it's my new best friend. And no, I'm not getting paid to say that. But if any of you are engaging in surgery soon, I just wanted to let you know it is my friend. And of course, Crystal Light. I tend to like things like lemonade and tart tropical tastes right now. So pink lemonade is my friend too. And then I'm proud to say that last week is over with. Longest week ever. And I was nervous Sunday night, and rightfully so. And everyone says, it's kind of the path. You have to do it. It's not fun. First day sucked the bag. Waking up, just wanting to sleep. Everyone keeps prodding you and telling you to get up and walk. You can't drink anything. Your mouth, even with that stuff that the nurse gave you to moisturize it, it's the worst dry mouth you'll ever have in your life. And then you get to drink a swallow of grossness. And but it's not undoable. Obviously I did it. So I'm here and I'm proud to say I did it. But yeah, every day will get better, but every day truly is the longest day ever. And so I'm hoping today is the turn to feel more rested, more alive, be able to do more. So that's that. And I think I have a couple more. You will wake up, or I shouldn't say what you will be, but I woke up feeling relieved. Maybe not the first day, but the second day, just that processing in my mind that I finally made the decision that I'd been going back and forth over for at least 5 to 6 years. And I think I said in another vlog, I had a friend convinced I was going to change my mind and back out. And it had crossed my mind seriously, because I know people don't shove food in our mouth. People don't make you do things. And I just know that, well, I can lose some weight. I always seem to gain it back plus. And this is a more significant, drastic tool. It's not for the faint of heart, and I don't say it's for everybody. And I know that now I just have to make my tool work for me. And so it's basically a new tummy, is what my mom called it. It's your new tummy. So instead of thinking, oh, I'm cutting out, what God gave me and I couldn't use it well, and beating myself up with a big old ugly stick, I just have to think of it as a new start. And finally, apparently you will melt away in front of your very own eyes, for at least a little while. It's kind of mind-boggling. I'd get on the scale in the morning, no big deal. I'd see weight loss, probably 1 pound, sometimes 2. And then I'm like, oh, heck, why not? I'd jump on mid-afternoon. I've lost 0.5 pound. Oh, why not? Let's jump on in the evening before bed just to see, which I never do that, because bedtime is the worst time to take your weight. And I will have lost another pound. I know it's not always going to be that way. They say there can be ups and downs and all arounds. And even watching the scale melt away and know that you're really not doing anything to make that happen other than trying to keep the protein going and the liquids and protein and liquids and protein and liquids and rest, is that you can still feel shame. You look down at the scale, you're like, oh, I had that soup today. The scale's going to go up. I had a few spoonfuls of cream of mushroom soup, but Alicia's mind is saying, I probably gained weight because I put soup. Like, it's ridiculous. And my prayer is just that God will fix this mind. And he will. So, And lastly, number 11, if you're counting, so it's not really a top 10, is I just gotta keep telling myself to keep my eyes on the future, one day at a time. So here's me, and just in case you're wondering, I'm approximately 20 pounds down from last Monday, and I'm excited about the journey. So